They claimed I tried to steal their child, that I manipulated him with food and entertainment, that I intentionally kept him away from his parents. It would have been laughable if it hadn't been terrifying. I had to hire a lawyer. I lost sleep. I replayed every decision I'd made that day, wondering how doing what felt like the right thing turned into this mess. Here's the thing about Brian's parents. You could tell they were used to getting their way. Money does that to people sometimes. Brandon worked in finance. Rebecca didn't work at all, but spoke like she ran the world. Brian, it turned out, was used to nannies, tutors, and being dropped off wherever adults assumed someone else was watching him. During the legal process, things started coming out. Brian had a history of wandering off. This wasn't the first time he'd gone somewhere without telling his parents. Schools had reported it. Babysitters had quit over it. Neighbors had complained. But instead of addressing it, Brandon and Rebecca threw money at the problem and blamed everyone else. The case didn't go the way they expected. Witnesses mattered. Evidence mattered. The truth mattered. The judge dismissed the lawsuit. Not only that, but Brandon and Rebecca were warned about filing frivolous claims and reminded that parental responsibility doesn't end just because you can afford lawyers. The look on their faces when they realized money wasn't going to fix this one is something I'll never forget. A few months later, something unexpected happened. Brian showed up at my door again, this time with permission. Rebecca stood awkwardly behind him, avoiding eye contact. She said Brian wanted to apologize. He shuffled his feet, mumbled sorry, and handed Luke a small gift. It wasn't expensive. Just a toy car. Probably the first thing Brian had ever chosen on his own. Brandon never said a word. Brian didn't stay long, but before he left, he looked up at me and said, "Your party was the best one I ever went to." I didn't know what to say to that. Sometimes karma isn't loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's watching people realize they can't bully the world forever. And sometimes it's a spoiled kid learning for the first time what it feels like to just be welcome without strings attached. Luke still talks about that birthday. I still think about it.